return of the mask. We could be wearing face coverings indoors again by the end of the month. And tearful reunions. Families see loved ones they haven't been able to hug for 20 years.
The Rundown, brought to you by Goal Zero.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. With rising COVID cases and hospitalizations, LA County health leaders say we're on track to move into the CDC's high COVID activity level as soon as Thursday. If the county remains in the high category for 2 consecutive weeks, a mandatory indoor mask wearing mandate would go into effect. And with this current pace, that mandate would take effect by July 29th. LA County reported more than 5,000 new COVID cases Tuesday alone. LA County health officials are closely watching local monkeypox cases. 66 cases have been reported in LA County. So far, no one has been hospitalized. Monkeypox can infect anyone, but in LA County, health officials say that some groups are more at risk than others.
And all cases in LA County have been among persons who reported being gay, bisexual, or other cisgender men who have sex with men.
Thousands of vaccines should be available in Los Angeles County in the coming weeks. The World Health Organization will hold an emergency meeting next week to decide whether to declare monkeypox a global health emergency. For the first time in a while, gas prices in Orange and Riverside counties dropped below $6 a gallon. AAA says the average price for a gallon in Orange County is $5.99. That's the lowest price in nearly 2 months. Gas is $5.96 in Riverside County. In LA County, gas is about $6.10 a gallon. All right, it's time for a check on the weather forecast to see just how hot it's going to get this week.
Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Shauna Mendiola. And the next 3 days, the story is going to be the heat. Check out Riverside. 90s for Wednesday, Thursday. Going to heat up even more to 93. And those triple digits are on the way for the weekend, where Saturday is going to be the hottest day of the week. What's happening is we have a ridge of high pressure expanding and bringing the heat our way. It's also bringing some monsoon moisture from the tropics. So that's going to make it a little humid. It's also going to increase the chance of thunderstorms over our mountains. So those are 2 things we're watching: the heat and the thunderstorm chance, which happens every summer. So we are right where we should be. It looks like temperatures will cool down slightly as we head to Monday, but from now through then, we've got temperatures that are hot. So some safety tips for you. If you could stay in air conditioned, do that if you can. Limit your time outdoors, stay hydrated, and look out for one another.
We're getting a look at chilling new videos showing what went on for 80 minutes inside Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas last May. We want to warn you, the video is disturbing. The Austin American-Statesman newspaper and KVUE-TV obtained the surveillance video and edited it down. Soon after the gunman enters the school, he walks down a hallway and into a classroom and starts shooting. You see the first officers approach and quickly retreat. 20 minutes later, heavily armed officers arrive. Video shows them standing around and waiting while the shooting goes on inside the classroom. At one point, an officer is even seen walking over to use a hand sanitizer. It took 77 minutes for armed Border Patrol officers to enter the classroom and take down the gunman. By that time, 19 students and 2 teachers were dead.
It's heartbreaking because now we relive this every day.
They retreated. The officers ain't trained to retreat when they're gonna they have to save these children, and they did not do that.
The director of the Texas Department of Public Safety said the video provides horrifying evidence that the law enforcement response was a failure. The parent company of 7-Eleven has been encouraging store owners to close early for their safety. This as police continue to search for the man who may have targeted as many as 6 stores in a violent crime spree. Riverside police confirmed that the man who robbed the 7-Eleven on La Sierra and shot a customer early Monday morning appears to be the same one who robbed stores in Brea and Santa Ana. We spoke to the daughter of Jason Harrell, who remains in the hospital in grave condition. She and her 2 siblings are praying their father will pull through.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, one day he's supposed to walk me down the aisle, or like be a grandpa. Like, if he doesn't make it, he'll never get to experience my children.
Kaya says her father has been able to squeeze her hand, and she's taking it as a sign to stay positive.
I'm a power blackout, and I'm gonna put you in the dark. What is that?
It's the Yeti 3000X solar generator, a home backup system from Goal Zero. Take that, blackout.
The latest public hearing of the January 6th committee looked at what took place in the White House in the days before the Capitol attack. And according to witnesses, it was full of friction. For the first time, we heard from former White House counsel Pat Cipollone.
I believe he should concede the election at a point in time. Yes, I did.
The panel said the president's tweet about a big protest in D.C. on January 6th, "Be there, will be wild," was a message to extremist group. One man testified that he showed up at the riot because that's what the president told supporters to do.
I mean, it definitely changed my life, and not for the good.
And there's another new revelation. Representative Liz Cheney says Trump tried to contact a witness before they testified. That matter has been referred to the Department of Justice. Trump blasted the committee, calling them lunatics. Starbucks is closing a half-dozen stores across Southern California. The company says they are concerned for the safety of their employees. Starbucks says it's shutting stores because of crime, chronic homelessness, and drug use. The locations include one store at Hollywood and Vine, one at Hollywood and Western, two in Little Tokyo, one in West Hollywood, and another store near the Santa Monica Pier. Customers aren't happy about it, and neither is LA's police chief.
I'm disappointed to see Starbucks, or for that matter, any commercial engagement give up or walk away from the city, and I'm hopeful that they'll change that.
Starbucks says employees will have the opportunity to transfer to other stores. All 6 of the locations will close on July 31st. Several families from Guatemala greeted loved ones they haven't seen in 20 years because of their immigration status. Council member Gil Cedillo hosted a family reunification event at City Hall Tuesday for 15 families from Guatemala. The event comes after several years of lobbying the U.S. to grant temporary humanitarian visas for the families. It's a part of a project that has already reunited more than 300 families from Mexico. This was the first with families from Guatemala. We're looking deeper into space than ever before, all thanks to the powerful James Webb Space Telescope. The floating observatory launched back in December, and NASA is finally revealing its first batch of full-color photos. Check it out. The new images show stars being born, stars dying, and galaxies interacting with each other. We spoke with Jonathan Gardner from NASA. He says Webb is powerful. Scientists will be able to use it to look back in time and study the early universe.
We can look backwards in time because we're looking so far away, it takes most of the age of the universe for the light to get from these galaxies to get to our telescope, get to us. And we want to see these first galaxies that formed because that kind of sets the stage for the whole history of the universe.
It's amazing. This just blows my mind. Webb is now in position about 1 million miles away from Earth and ready to show us the universe in much greater detail than its predecessor, Hubble. The nominations for the Emmy Awards are out, and some are making history. Quinta Brunson is now the first Black woman to earn 3 comedy nominations for Abbott Elementary, and Squid Game became the first non-English language show to get a nomination for Best Series. Among the many first-time nominees, Lizzo received 6 nods for her Amazon Prime series, Watch Out for the Big Girls, and the late Chadwick Boseman received a posthumous nomination for Outstanding Character Voiceover in Marvel's What If Disney Plus series. The 74th Emmy Awards air September 12th on NBC4. The latest Mega Millions drawing ended with no big winners, but don't you worry, you still have another shot to win what will be the 10th largest jackpot in its history. This Friday's jackpot is worth an estimated $480 million. That's closing in on $500 million. How does that sound? A cash option of $276 million for Friday night's drawing will also be offered, which is great because I have a house in Malibu right on the beach that I've been eyeing. Maybe now I can afford it, if I win, that is. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.